All right, Henry, it's time for another Spider-Man book. This one is The Claws of the Black Cat. I hope you enjoy. Love you, kids. Here we go. The Claws of the Black Cat. Late one night, two criminals, Boris and Bruno, were about to rob a bank. As Boris planted explosives, Bruno stood guard. They were surprised when a dark figure raced through the alleyway and landed by them. "Oh no," Bruno called out. "We have to run. It's Spider-Man!" But the figure in the alley wasn't Spider-Man. It was the Black Cat, a master thief. "The police are on their way," the Black Cat said. "Do you want to stay here and go to jail, or do you want to work for me?" This wasn't a hard decision. They went with the Black Cat. The next morning, Peter Parker was at work at the Daily Bugle, and his boss, J. Jonah Jameson, was very upset. "Parker!" JJJ yelled. "Spider-Man helped two bank robbers escape from the police last night. I want pictures." "Spider-Man wouldn't do something like that. I think there must be an error," Peter replied. He knew Spider-Man was innocent because Peter was Spider-Man, and he had been home last night. "I don't pay you to think, I pay you to take pictures," JJJ barked. Peter suited up as Spider-Man and searched for the real criminal who had helped the bank robbers escape. As he perched on an American flag from the rooftop, he saw a masked woman dressed in black swing into a nearby warehouse. He followed her. He knew it. It was the Black Cat. Spider-Man had to act fast. Spider-Man shot webs at Black Cat, but she dodged them. The Black Cat hid in the shadows, safe from Spider-Man's webs. Like a cat, she seemed to have 9 lives and always wound up on her feet. She was also very fast. Spidey lost her. He didn't notice her sneaky escape, though, through a broken window. Back at her hideout, the Black Cat told Bruno and Boris her new plan. "Boys, we have to break into jail." "Break into jail?" Bruno was shocked. "That's crazy." "There's nothing to worry about. We won't be staying very long. I just need to get an old friend of mine. His name is Gadget, and he can build us the tools we need to rob every bank in the city. The plans for the jail are in this box. Study them so we can be prepared," the Black Cat told the criminals. They weren't pleased. Hearing the word jail made them shudder. They certainly didn't want to be part of this plan, but there was no way out. Peter Parker had set up a camera when he was chasing the Black Cat. He walked into the Daily Bugle with the pictures he had taken. Peter showed them to Jameson. Peter said, "Spider-Man chasing the Black Cat. She must have been the one who rescued the bank robbers from the police." "They probably worked together," Jameson told Peter. "This is just two criminals trying to figure out how to split the loot." A television in the newsroom of the Daily Bugle gave Peter the answers he was looking for. "We repeat, there's been a break-in at the police headquarters," the newscaster said. "Nothing was stolen except for the plans for the East River prison." Spidey swung into action, and he arrived at the prison just as the Black Cat was lowering herself down the wall of the prison on a rope. "Here, kitty, kitty," Spidey called. The Black Cat spun around. "Back for more?" she asked. "You're in trouble, young man. Now, Boris!" Just then, Boris triggered the explosives he had put in place. The wall of the prison fell apart, and Spidey fell right along with it. Several officers pulled the rubble off Spider-Man. They thanked him for trying to prevent the jailbreak, but Spider-Man was embarrassed. The Black Cat had gotten away. However, Spidey already had a plan. Spidey spoke to the guards and learned Gadget's real address. Then he went to Gadget's house. Gadget was was really a retired engineer named Miles Stitchin. When Spider-Man arrived, he found Boris and Bruno and fired his web shooters. "Hey, why don't you guys hang around until the police get here?" Spidey said as he wrapped them up in webbing. Just then, the Black Cat opened the door. She was shocked to find Spider-Man waving back at her. "It's time for you to give up," Spidey said to the Black Cat. "Hello!" "Never!" the Black Cat cried. She leaped right at Spider-Man, but he ducked out of the way, and she went flying over him with incredible speed. She swung from the doorway and landed on the roof of the house. "Stick around," Spidey said, as the Black Cat was stuck to the roof of the house. He had covered it in sticky webbing. "That's so smart!" When the police arrived, they were happy to take Boris and Bruno into custody. But the Black Cat had gone away again. She left her boots stuck to the roof and escaped. "That cat really does have 9 lives," Spider-Man said. "I have a feeling we'll meet again. Thanks for capturing Bruno and Boris and leading us back to Gadget," one of the police officers said to Spider-Man. The next morning, Peter Parker walked into the offices of the Daily Bugle. "Well," he said to J. Jonah Jameson, "it looks like Spider-Man is a hero after all. He captured the bank robbers and the escaped prisoner. But he let the Black Cat get away. That wall crawler may have everyone else fooled, but not me," JJJ yelled. Who wrote this headline anyway?" Peter picked the copy of the Daily Bugle and smiled. It read, "Spider-Man, hero!" The end. I hope you enjoyed that one, Henry. I love you kids so much. I miss you, and I can't wait to read it to you in person. I love you. Listen to Mommy, and I'll talk to you soon.